All right, guys, it's the Steel Twins coming back at you with another week of NFL predictions. We are on to week 6 already within the NFL season, but week 6 predictions. And today we have a very special guest with us today.
Yes, man. Huge shout out to a long-term Discord member, H2O Vanos, but he also goes by Brendan. Brendan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm doing just fine. How'd you guys enjoy the bye week?
Seeing all the AFC North team lose on Sunday just made my weekend even better.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Plus, our work buddy got married, so I mean that just kind of added towards the day. We ourselves had a awesome bye week, but now we're back with stressful Steelers football again, as it will be for 13 straight weeks. How you feeling about the Steelers right now?
I still feel a little concerned about the Steelers right now. I mean, they are doing well, but I'm still concerned on both sides of the ball, on offense and on defense. I mean, I still don't like the coaching staff that much at this where we're at right now. That's my only concern is the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's very warranted. As of course, this coaching staff they've led us to essentially not much the last couple of years. So I totally understand your sentiment there. I will mention the Steelers are sitting good right now, 3-1 at the top of the AFC North division with all of their division games coming up in this 13-game stretch. It's going to be a tough stretch for sure, man. There's no break for them, but they're sitting good. I think the defense is definitely starting to pick some things up. A-Rod is really not showing his age, so I think the Steelers, they're looking good. It's just a matter of if they can keep it up and keep building off of what they've been doing. But I think they got a prime opportunity to control their destiny, especially with the AFC North division looking kind of depleted right now, man. They got the Browns coming up. And before we get into that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video. Huge shout out to Prophet X for sponsoring with us for the entirety of the NFL season, man. You see, they got all of the lines already set up for week 6. Thursday Night Football, we got the Eagles and Giants. Another divisional matchup for the Thursday night game. Next Thursday, it will be the Steelers and Bengals. So you kind of see the theme for the Thursday night games. And we got the Steelers and Browns. The Steelers are heavy favorites as of right now. Odds could change, but they are 5-point favorites. And honestly, I can absolutely see why, because the Browns are the Browns. The Browns aren't looking good. They're starting Dylan Gable, their third-round rookie. And their quarterback situation is just a mess. So
that team's a mess.
That team is absolutely a mess.
Yeah.
The coaching's a mess. Everything about the Browns is a mess, which kind of worries me for Sunday. But the fact that it's at Heinz Field, I think momentum's still going to be on the Steelers side here. The great thing about Prophet X is when you guys go to the lines here, you guys can even request your own odds. So if you guys don't like the odds that the house posts or that other players posts, you guys can request your own. So for first touchdown or anytime touchdown. We got DK Metcalf to score his first touchdown. And he scored a touchdown in the last 3 games?
Yes, he has.
So I like those odds. So we can request that, yes, he will score a touchdown. And we can, like I mentioned, request our own odds. So we'll put plus 125. And then you guys can place whatever wager you guys want to, man. With Prophet X, they are America's #1 sports prediction market. We can win real money predicting sports in 40-plus states. And they are a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange where users play against each other rather than playing against the house. So you guys will be playing against other people predicting sports on Prophet X. So whatever request odd I put here for DK Metcalf, I will be going up against the guy betting the other side as well, which just makes this, more exciting. It's different than other sports books, and I feel like you guys get, better competition, better value. And you guys should definitely take advantage of Prophet X, man. You guys can go to ProphetX.co right now and use the promo code SteelTwins and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the website. Every play you make, Prophet X gives you money back for playing on their site, up to $200. Terms and conditions apply. So if you guys want to ride that, feel free to do so. Again, ProphetX.co. Use the promo code SteelTwins and sign up with Prophet X, man. Definitely check them out. Huge shout out to Prophet X for sponsoring with us on this video. We got to get into Thursday Night Football. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Jets. This is Jalen Hurts versus Jackson Dart.
New York Giants. You said Jets.
What's the difference?
Yeah, true that.
What's the difference? Anyway, what's your prediction, man?
I would love to pick the Eagles here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the Giants here. The reason why is because I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Eagles right now. like they won the Super Bowl last year, and they were like one of the best teams to do it. It's just right now this year, the defense doesn't look great. The offense doesn't look what it used to be. So I I just don't trust the Eagles winning this game. So I'm going to say Jackson Dart's going to get this done. I'm going to say this going to be low scoring. I got the Giants winning 17-16 for this one.
Interesting. Already upset of the week here. I like it here. Yeah, honestly, I think that'll be a statement win for the Giants, especially led by Jackson Dart. I'll agree. Yeah, the Eagles aren't looking as much of a superpower as they did last year. Saquon's not really getting much going. That's mostly due to the line. I know Dickerson and Cam Jerkins are hurt. They obviously lost Mekhi Becton at right guard. Tyler Steen's looking solid there, but I think the injury to the guys next to him isn't really helping anyone's case at the moment. They just haven't found a way to get Smith or Brown involved. But I think when those talks start to pile up is when they actually start to get those guys the ball. Irregardless, I'm still going to go with the Eagles here. They typically have a good resume versus the Giants, but I do like your prediction of taking the Giants as the upset because, honestly, Scadaboo's looking good. Dart's looking good. I know they lost Nabber, so that's going to be a huge loss, but I think that front seven of the Giants could hit the injured Eagles O-line. So we'll see, man. This should be an interesting divisional matchup here.
Yeah, I mean, I got Philly getting the victory right here, though their offense has been off to a very slow start. Brown and Smith aren't really getting involved as I'm sure that they would like to. There's already been rumors and reports that they are frustrated with their roles early into the season. Saquon, he's been off to a slow start. I don't even think he's hit 100 yards rushing yet in this game, or in a game this season, I should say. Though the Eagles defense, they're holding their own despite them losing some star names, some star talent there. They got guys that are filling in slowly but surely doing their part. The Giants, they're one of those teams where it's like they'll pull off the upset versus the Chargers, but then lose to a team like the Saints like they did the past 2 weeks. Though they got, Dart in there now at quarterback. He's looking decent so far. Scadaboo's a dog. He's a hell of a running back, a guy that's going to run you over without hesitation. And they got guys on that defense that can do their job, but you can't really, to me, I can't bank on the Giants to really get it done. You know what I'm saying? Especially against a team like the Eagles that are still trying to figure it out. But I mean, the Eagles, you can never count them out with the talent and the coaching that they got. So I'm gonna go with Philly to get the W to start Week 6.
All right, and to start Sunday, we have another early matchup here. This is going to be in London. We got the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets. The Jets have yet to get a win, and the Broncos just gave the Eagles their first loss. So what is your prediction here?
First of all, congrats to Denver beating Philly. I needed Philly to lose a game this year. I don't like Philly, but I think this is gonna be a tough matchup. I like the Broncos what they're doing on offense, and I also love the Jets what they're doing on offense as well. But I think both defenses are a little weak in my opinion. But I think Denver's defense is going to do just enough to do this. So I'm going to go with Denver here to get the win. I think this is going to be a high scoring affair. I'm thinking I'm going Broncos 42, Jets 35 in this one.
Interesting. I'm going to go Broncos as well. The Jets are winless, and there's no reason for them to expect a win here. So, yeah, I think this is my lock of the week, just based off the fact that the Jets are winless. Yeah, give me the Broncos here. I like what the Broncos are doing so far. J.K. Dobbins is really starting to get a career resurgence, which good for him. I've always been a J.K. fan. So, yeah, give me Denver in this one.
Yeah, I got to go with the Broncos on this one. They made a very good comeback versus the Eagles just last week. Good win for them, pulled off the upset, quote-unquote, gave Philly their first loss. And the Jets, they're still trying to figure out. I mean, they got obliterated by the Dallas Cowboys, and the Jets just aren't looking good. Fields isn't really clicking. I mean, Breece Hall's a good running back. Garrett Wilson's a great wide receiver. But, I mean, like, the first 5 games for Aaron Glenn as head coach is not off to a great start. They're 0-5, and that defense of theirs is not even good. They're not holding their end of the bargain. They're not living up to their talent or their potential, whatnot. Jets, they got talent all over the board. They just can't get it aligned or organized. The Jets are cursed. They just can't seem to find success no matter who is head coach or no matter who is at quarterback. And the Broncos, they're looking good right now with Bo Nix in his second year. And like you said, J.K. and Cortland Sutton looking good. That defense is very, very strong. I don't see the Jets winning this one, even overseas in London. I don't. So I'm going to go with Denver to get the victory.
Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Indianapolis Colts. I have no idea what got into the Colts this year, but they're looking pretty solid. What are they, 4-1?
Yes.
Wow. What's your prediction, man?
I just want to say this about Daniel Jones. I am so happy this man is doing. This is like his best career as a starting quarterback I ever seen out of this man. But I do agree. I did not have the Colts starting off 4-1 in the beginning of the year, but I have to go with the Colts. I like what I'm seeing on both offense and defense. Jonathan Taylor is a dog. He's one of the best running backs in the National Football League. And Daniel Jones, he's having a career year. I think they're going to beat the Cardinals. I think this is going to be a beat down to the Cardinals. I'm going to say Colts is going to win 32-10 for this game.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, the Colts are just hitting everything right. They're hitting on all cylinders right now, and the Cardinals are coming off probably, I would say, the worst loss in franchise history, the way they were just able to choke that game last week. It was inexcusable, just the way they just lost to the Titans, right? And I think that bad energy is going to lead into Lincoln Financial Field, or I'm sorry, Lucas Oil Stadium, and then I think the Colts are going to get a win here. So, yeah, give me the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Colts. Shane Steichen is having a great start to his to the season right here with the Colts. The best start of his Colts coaching career so far. Daniel Jones, not turning the ball over, not making any boneheaded decisions. Michael Pittman's got 4 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor's great. Tyler Warren is a stud tight end. I think he actually leads the Colts in receiving yards, which I'm not surprised by. Tyler Warren's always been a great tight end. Their new faces on defense is getting the job done. Their defense overall is a solid unit. The Cardinals are freaking weird. Like you look at the team, you look at the talent that they got. There's something there with Jonathan Gannon, I think, is their head coach, but they just can't seem to get it together. They're a weird football team. One week they'll look really good and convincing, then the next week they'll have an interception and then lose control and then have the Titans recover it in their end zone and whatnot and just lose the game like that. That's the kind of team that the Cardinals are right now. And going up against a Colts team that is looking very good, it's hard to bet against the Colts at the moment. So I think I'm gonna go with the Colts here and have a crazier start right now with a 5-1 for the Colts.
Yeah, imagine that. I don't know if even Colts fans imagine that, but good for the Colts. Next game, Los Angeles Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. How about the Chargers, man? How you feeling about them?
They started off 3-0 in the beginning of the year in the first 3 games, and they lost 2 straight. I don't understand. They lost Najee, they lost Amari Hampton. It sucks losing to their best running backs in this game, and you're facing a Dolphins who are not looking so hot right now. And I don't know, Mike McDaniel is on the hot seat right now to be fired at the head coaching job, but. Yeah, I'm going to give it to the Chargers here. I think they're going to bounce back after losing 2 straight. I think they're going to win 24-21 in overtime.
Wow, overtime. That'd be exciting. Yeah, it's just there's not much for the Dolphins that's convincing me to take them here. The Chargers got to get a bounce back win. And I think they do. I think they get a go win here as well. So yeah, give me the Chargers. I think Herbert is going to have to be relied on a lot more because, like you said, Hampton, Najee are out. They'll probably rely on, I think, Hassan Haskins. So, yeah, they're really going to have to rely on guys like Keenan Allen and, of course, Ladd. Ladd hasn't really had a crazy start, but I think he's really starting to get warmed up here. So, yeah, give me the Chargers.
No, despite the Chargers losing 2 straight, I still view them as a well-coached football team with Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert probably having his best year, at least the best start of his career, in my honest opinion. Just spreading the ball around, slinging it to Johnston and Keenan Allen, who came back. That connection, never skipped the beat completely. And Ladd McConkey, it sucks about their running backs. It's awful. It's unfortunate, but next man up mentality. We'll see what Haskins or whoever the running back is going to be, what they're going to do. But Chargers and they're still a good football team, and they desperately need a bounce back win. I think they can get that against Miami. Miami's not a good football team, not off to a great start, not a convincing football team whatsoever. And I think their head coach, McDaniel, he's just completely out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to be if he's not on the hot seat now, he's soon to be on the hot seat and soon to be relieved of his duties. I feel like it's only a matter of time, which is unfortunate, but Miami's not getting it done, and someone's got to take the blame for it. So, but I'm gonna go with the Chargers to get the victory here, and they go to 4-2.
Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the New Orleans Saints. It's crazy that 10 years ago this would have been must see. Now, not so much. What's your prediction here?
This is a no-brainer here. Give me New England. Despite New Orleans getting the win last week, it was against the Giants. And congrats, New England, beating the Bills too, handing them their first loss. I think Drake May is looking a lot better with Mike Vrabel as the head coach. I thought the defense of the Patriots are a lot better on that side. So give me New England here. I'm going to say 31-17.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Yeah, give me New England for sure. You notice that their only two losses were, of course, one-score games versus the Raiders week 1 and, of course, the Steelers. But yeah, they've looked good. Drake May has a high ceiling, and Stephon Diggs actually had an incredible game last week versus his former team, the Bills. They're really starting to get things going. I think they got to give the ball more to Travion Henderson. That's going to be. That's going to have to be now with, of course, Gibson being out the rest of the year. I think more Henderson, the more positive the Patriots offense is going to be. And yeah, against the Saints, I just they got to win versus the Giants. But like you stated, man, it was the Giants. Now they're going up against the Patriots, who are looking good under Vrabel. I got the Patriots on this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give the Saints this. They look solid against the Giants, but like you both said, it is against the Giants. And the Saints, I don't know how much more they can keep up that momentum. They got the first win, which is good for them. But are they going to be on a winning streak? I just can't believe it. I can't, especially going up against a Patriots team that, had they beaten the Steelers just 2 weeks ago, they would be on a 4-game win streak. They would be 4-1 right now.
Wow.
Unfortunately, fortunately for us, the Steelers won in ugly fashion, but they won. But the Patriots did win 2 straight. They got a very good win versus the Bills in primetime, where Drake May was slinging that ball everywhere, especially to Diggs. The Patriots are looking good right now, and I don't see that momentum slowing down one bit, especially with Mike Vrabel as head coach. He's, putting his mentality and his vision in with the Patriots, and so far it's working to start off the season for them. So I'm going to go with the Patriots to get the W.
Next game, man, we got the Cleveland Browns, the Dylan Gabriel-led Cleveland Browns, facing the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field with Aaron Rodgers leading the way, man. How you feel about this game? You feeling pretty good?
I was a couple weeks ago, like before the Browns faced the Vikings, and then Gabriel did really good. He got 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, which was great for him. I think it was the right choice for the Browns to switch over from Flacco to him. I think this is going to be a difficult game that everyone thought is going to be. But I think the Steelers are going to do just enough. I think the defense is going to cause pressure to Gabriel. Hope I'm saying it right, his last name. To him, to cause a lot of pressure, to make him turn the ball over and make him scatter around the field and try to get to the quarterback as best he can. And I'm hoping the Steelers does enough to score some points against this Browns defense, which I like. They're one of the best defense, but our defense is way better, and we have one of the best, I would say the best edge rusher in the National Football League in TJ Watt. So I have Pittsburgh. I'm crossing my fingers for this one. I'm having the Steelers winning this game 21-14 is the final score.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers here. I'm very confident. I don't want to sleep on the Browns. Like you mentioned, their defense has been pretty good. Statistically, they're one of the best in the league. And, I mean, they got talent all over the board. Jim Schwartz is a good coordinator. They just don't have an offense to help them out. They don't really have much of a passing game, of a receiving game right now because of the quarterback change. But like you mentioned, Dylan Gabriel came in versus the Vikings. He looked solid. He looked good. But I like how you mentioned no turnovers, which in my mind, he's due. And we're talking about a Steelers defense that has allowed turnovers and sacks, or that has forced turnovers and gotten sacks the past number of weeks. So, yeah, I think the Steelers are going to come out dominant after the bye. They're going to come out a little healthier. They're getting JPJ back. Warren will be back for this game. DK's finally getting going. 3 touchdowns, a couple weeks. Yeah, give me the Steelers on this one. I do think it's close. I think the Browns will keep it closer. But, yeah, give me the Steelers on this one.
Yeah, I don't see this being an old school Steelers blowout to the loss like the old Big Ben days. Those days are gone, of course. But I do see the Steelers getting the W here. You know, it'll be a very competitive, very close, nail biting, stressful Steelers football like Steelers game here. But I do think the Steelers get the W here. They got a lot of momentum coming off their bye week because every AFC North team within the past 2 weeks, even with the Steelers having their bye week, have been winless. The Steelers have been the only team in the division to have won a game. And again, they had a bye week. They got a lot of momentum. They're going up against a Browns team with Dylan Gabriel as the quarterback in his second career start. Looked fine, in my opinion. He looked fine versus the Vikings. He did his assignment. He did what he needed to do to get comfortable versus the Vikings. But everybody else on that offense outside of Judkins, Quinshon Judkins, that guy's going to be a problem. I will tell you that right now.
Yes, he is.
That guy's going to be a problem. If we can find a way to slow him down, I do like our chances to go up against the Browns offense, though I don't want to underestimate Gabriel's ability to spread the ball around and find targets. If the Steelers offense gets through that defense, because the Browns defense is very solid, they can do their assignments. They can do their job. If the offense can find a way to get around the defense or get through the defense, I like our chances big time.
I think getting Warren back can help with that as well. So it should be an interesting game, but definitely very confident Steelers can win in their first AFC North matchup all season. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers, man. I believe these are two teams coming off very good victories last week. So what's your prediction?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know who to pick here, but if I had to pick one, I'm picking an upset here. Give me the Panthers. I feel bad for Bryce Young. The last couple of years in his career, he has been struggling in his NFL career. But last year, he shows that he can be a franchise quarterback. And starting off, he's not doing great, but he's not doing terrible, if you guys know what I mean. And then the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, their defense is still bad. Even without Micah Parsons, they still look bad, but Dak Prescott is doing a very solid job. He's like in his MVP form right now with George Pickens is now the number one receiver with CeeDee Lamb being out, but their defense is not very good. And I have a feeling that the Panthers are going to take advantage. I think this is going to be another overtime here. I do have the Panthers winning this game 27-24 in this one.
Very interesting. I'm liking some of these upsets you're putting out there, and I definitely don't want to sleep on the Panthers, man, because, yeah, you know, the Cowboys, they can put up points on the offense side of the ball, but that defense is definitely a little sus. I think this is a game where Rico could have another great performance, or maybe Chuba Hubbard gets going. Bryce Young's not looking too terrible. Maybe it's not as good as it was towards the end stretch it was last year, but if he keeps getting the ball to a guy like Ted McMillan, then I think he'll be able to find some success. And I'm just waiting for a guy like Ted McMillan to have that breakout game. He's having a good start, but no touchdowns yet. And I think it's a matter of time till, you know, the first round pick, the 8th overall pick goes off, right? So I don't want to sleep on the Panthers. I don't. It's just, for me personally, it's a little tough to go with them. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys, but I would love nothing more than the Panthers pull off the upset. But give me Dallas here. I think their offense is too high right now. Maybe the Cardinals can keep it up, but I'm still going to go with Dallas.
No, I can see this game being a bona fide shootout. I really can, because both defenses aren't really that strong, in my honest opinion, especially Dallas's. Though I will say Dallas the past 2 weeks have looked pretty decent, especially offensively. Offensively, they've been great, as a matter of fact. Defense, not so much, but the past 2 weeks, they've done very good overall as a team. They had that tie versus the Packers, but they did get that good win versus the Jets, and I know it's the Jets, but it's a win nonetheless that Dallas, I'm sure, were looking to grab, and that's what they got. Their defense is what's really going to have to play better for sure if they want to stand a chance this year. For the Panthers, this would be the game where Bryce Young could really go off and really sling that ball to Ted McMillan, to their other wide receivers and whatnot. Their running back, Rico Dowdle, former Cowboy, by the way, went out for over 200 yards last week in a win versus the Dolphins. I don't know if Hubbard will be active for this game. If not, you know, they got a very credible running back that can run the rock and they can hand the ball off too. And I don't think Dallas's rush defense is really that good anyway. And it's this could be looking for a revenge game, so to speak, for Dodal. But I can see this game being a shootout, somewhat entertaining. But I think Dallas will get the victory here on the road. I see Dallas getting the victory here. Possibly could come down to a Aubrey field goal, a game-winning field goal right here. But I'm going to go with Dallas to get the victory.
Okay, well, next one, we definitely have what should be a good one, man. We got Seattle at Jacksonville. Seattle's looking good with Darnold. Jackson Smith-Njigba's going off. And we got Jacksonville that just beat the Chiefs on Monday night, man. Lawrence fell and then found his way into the end zone, man. It's crazy stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. I was hopping up and down in my living room, bro. I don't want the Chiefs to win. To see the Jags win was a celebration for me.
I can confirm.
So, what's your prediction here?
I'm going with Jacksonville here. I think I like what Trevor Lawrence is doing, and especially from last night. I was at work and I saw that highlight of him falling down, running him back up, and the Chiefs came and freaking tackled him, man. He scored in a touchdown. It made me fucking laugh seeing him score a touchdown when he fell, and then the Chiefs players even bothered to try tackling him. But I do agree. I do like Seattle. I think they're doing well with Sam Darnold as the quarterback. I just think Jacksonville's offense is going to be better than Sam Darnold's offense, and I really like what Jacksonville's defense is doing. Now, they didn't do as well as they did against Kansas City, but they did enough to try and turn the ball over and try to stop Patrick Mahomes and that offense to not win the game. But I think I like Jacksonville here. I think this is going to be another great game. However, I think it's going to be low scoring. I think I'm going to go Jacksonville 17-14 here.
Yeah, this one's a tough call because I think both offenses are capable of lighting it up. Brian Thomas had a good game last week. Travis Etienne is really, I feel like, on the verge of having his best season for sure. In Seattle, like, I didn't expect this from Sam Darnold, but you got a receiver like Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, it's not really a surprise that a guy like him is going off. One of the best receivers in football, one of the leading receivers already to start the season. With that, I think you also add in Kenneth Walker, who is far and away their best back, and if he can stay healthy, we know what potential he has. So I think with that, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I know that the Jags are actually 4-1. I believe this is their first 4-1 start since 2007. I mean, it's been a long time, almost 30 years. But it's also one of those games where the Seahawks, they're 3-2. I feel like they're gonna need to win more. They had a tough game versus the Bucs last week, so on the road, maybe the Seahawks can get a win here. So I'm going to go Seahawks here.
No, in that game between Seattle and Tampa Bay, that was a shootout, and that was a pretty entertaining watch with what Baker and Darnold did, both being top 3 picks in the 2018 draft class and seeing where they are now. It's quite the story. And former teammates of that, too. That's pretty awesome. Just my opinion on that. But no, Seattle and Jacksonville, I did say the past number of weeks in weekly predictions that I just didn't really see a lot, or I didn't really believe in Jacksonville. I will give Jacksonville some credit versus Kansas City. And I know Kansas City isn't the strong team that they once were. But Jacksonville, man, like, they wanted that win. Like, they were craving that win. Like, they fought their asses for that victory. And props to them for, going through some adversity and going down there and getting the W. Like, that was actually a very entertaining Monday Night Football game versus the Chiefs. And Jaguars got in there and did their assignment. So props to them for that. And they're 4-1. And if they can keep up this momentum and keep up what they're doing offensively, giving the rock to Etienne, if Lawrence could play some smart football, there could be something for Liam Cohen's first year as head coach. There already is with a very strong start, 4-1. But now they got Seattle, and Seattle's looking very, very good, especially Sam Darnold. He's playing very good football. Jackson Smith is a great wide receiver. We all know that. Walker's a good running back. We all know that. That defense is doing very, very good. It's a good unit that they have.
Well, when they get healthier, it definitely will be.
Yes. And, it's just a testament of guys stepping up and doing what they need to do. But once they're healthy, their defense could really, really be something. But this game is going to be another entertaining watch. It's going to be another fun game. But I think I'm going to go with Seattle to get the victory here. They did sustain that tough loss versus Tampa Bay. I think they're going to want to try to get another dub back. And I think that's what they do on the road. And it's just something about the Seahawks on the road. They're just a different beast. Because even when they're at home, They just can't seem to get the job done. But when they're on the road, like I said, they're a different beast.
I guess it's Mike McDonald, man. It's just the way he performs sometimes. But next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. Is Lamar even going to be playing, man? The Ravens have a chance to fall to 1-5. I think I speak for all three of us here when I think we would all enjoy that. How about you, man?
Yeah, just if it doesn't matter if Lamar Jackson plays or not in this game. I don't think he will, but if he does, that defense of Baltimore, I was shocked. Doing they're not doing great, and I don't even say that they're even worse than the fucking Bengals defense, and I was shocked about that. I did not have Baltimore going 1-4 to start this season, but I'm going to go with the Rams here. I think they're going to get the job done on the road in Baltimore, just like the Houston Texans did. I I think they're going to win this game by like 2 scores. Give me the Rams here, 24-10 here.
Yeah, I got the Rams as well. Their spread is actually 7.5, and I might actually be taking that because yeah, the Ravens defense sucks. In fact, all their losses, 2 of them they've allowed 30 or 40 points. One of them being last week to CJ Stroud, and the other 2 losses were points of 37 and 38 collectively. And we're talking about a Rams offense that, with Kyron, when he's not fumbling, we know what he can do. Puka, I think, is leading the league in yards and receptions right now. Matt Stafford isn't showing his age whatsoever. There was concerns about, I think, his back injury. What back injury? I mean, they're going off right now. Give me the Rams. Yeah, Baltimore, even if they get Lamar in this one, I just don't think that defense is capable of holding their own. They just have a lot of bad right now. Zachary Orr doesn't look like a good coordinator. Maybe his age and his inexperience is showing off too much, but I don't know what Baltimore's got to do. I think this is before their bye week as well, so
It is.
I know they're at home. They're going to try to get a win, but I just don't see it. Give me the Rams, man.
No, if Lamar's not playing, I don't see the Ravens having a chance. I don't. Or even if Lamar is playing, it's a better chance, but it's a very slim chance because that defense of the Ravens is not good.
No.
And the Rams, they did lose that overtime game versus the 49ers on Thursday Night Football last week, and that was a fun watch. But that's just even more motivation for the Rams to want to go on the road and get a W, get back on the win column against a Rams or Ravens team that is depleted and just not looking great right now to start the season. I mean, you can't ask for a better way to get back on the win column. And the Rams are a very good football team. There's no doubt about that. So I don't see the Ravens really standing a chance, even if Lamar plays in this game. But I got the Rams getting the W.
Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans, who got their first win with Cam Ward, facing the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders themselves aren't looking too great. So it's kind of a matter of 2 teams just trying to get something going here. What's your prediction?
First of all, congratulations to Tennessee and congratulations on Cam Ward getting their first win of the season. I'm sorry, that's going to end very quickly. Given the Raiders here, I mean, Geno Smith, he's not doing the best this year joining the Raiders, and Pete Carroll is not being one of the best head coaches, like we all know. Like when he was with Seattle, I think if you just hand the ball off to Ashton Genty, that's all you need to do because the Titans defense is not really great here, and I just think the Raiders are just going to do just enough to get back into the win column here. So give me the Raiders 28-14 here.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Tennessee's going to be riding high right now, but I think it was more so the Cardinals giving the game away than Tennessee actually getting the win. I'm not taking anything away from Tennessee. It's just, the Cardinals really just really choked that. Las Vegas has not won a game since week 1. They've lost 4 straight. The Tennessee defense, I agree with you, is not good. Genty, this could be a game where he goes off, might have a touchdown or 2. Give me Vegas here as well. Yeah, I think Myers could do something. I know Brock Bowers is dealing with an injury. I heard all he needs is rest, and he's rejecting it. Either way, I'm not too crazy about Tennessee, so yeah, give me the Raiders.
Now, I'm not crazy about either of these teams overall. They're off to very slow starts. Both of them practically have the same record. The Raiders, they need a win badly. They've lost every game after getting their first win week 1. The Titans, they got their first victory. Good for them. But just like the Saints, do I expect them to go on a win streak or get back-to-back wins? I just don't see it. I don't. Both teams overall are not good football teams. They got talent, They're just not all there. They're not all organized or situated, and they still got to figure it out. But for this game, if I had to pick a team, I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go with them to get a victory here. And honestly, just hand the ball off to Genti, because Geno throwing the football is not a good recipe for success for the Raiders right now. So just hand the ball off to Genti, let him do what he needs to do. If they do that, I think the Raiders get the W.
Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals with Jake Browning at quarterback. Still, I think last week he threw his second game this year with 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Wow. Now they face the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. God almighty, this might be a massacre, man. What's your prediction?
Oh my God. I'm not hating on Jake Browning. I just don't understand why Zach Taylor is not trading for a quarterback at this point. Like, I don't get their whole idea for the Bengals. Like, the defense is not doing great at all, in my opinion. The offense, I mean, yeah, they scored 20 plus points, but that's like in that's like in the fourth quarter. That's like garbage time, in my opinion. Just give me the Packers. I don't know if I should feel bad for Cincinnati at this point or not. I just give me the Packers here. It's just the Packers gonna win this game 35-21. It's gonna be the same result as last week when they faced the Lions. I don't know what Zach Taylor's doing anymore. I really don't.
Yeah, I think his days are numbered. Plus, he himself just isn't the most competent offensive mind at the moment. His play calling and his decision to keep going with Browning is really hurting Cincinnati, where I'm going to say it right here, right now, their season's over. Burrow's not coming back for a while. By the time he comes back, they might already be eliminated from playoff contention. Their defense is trash. They got no run game. Jake Browning sucks. Even if they trade for a quarterback, I think that the line's not going to help. I mean, I don't feel bad for the Bengals, man. I mean, this is what you do when you don't invest in the defense and you don't invest in an offensive line. This is kind of exactly what they had coming for them. They paid everything to the trio, and that's not going to matter until Burrow gets back. And by that time, it still might not matter until next year. So, yeah, give me Green Bay. This is going to be a blowout. You know, I don't give score predictions, but I'm going to give one here. This is going to be a 47-13 victory by the Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it will be a massacre, because every time Browning started a game, it's been a massacre for the Bengals.
Yeah.
They lost badly to the Vikings. They had a bad performance versus the Broncos Monday night, and last week versus the Lions, we all knew what was going to happen. Now they got to face another NFC North team in the Packers that I still believe have the most momentum as of right now as far as NFL teams throughout the season, because of the Parsons trade, and Parsons has been quite the ad already. And the Packers, they got a lot of great talent, a lot of young talent, you know, good coaching staff. Packers are a very good football team. The Bengals, they don't stand a chance. I'm sorry. There's just no way that they pull off this upset, considering they're going on the road in Green Bay at Lambeau. I don't see the Packers losing. I see the Packers winning, and in dominant fashion. So give me Green Bay.
I think Packers are coming off a bye as well. So, yeah, I think they have all the momentum riding with them right now. So
Cincinnati, man. I mean, like,
you know what? This might be the game Matthew Golden finally goes off. You know, it's been too long. They got to get the first round rookie going, and this is definitely the prime opportunity for that to happen. So, yeah, Green Bay all the way for sure. Next game, we got another good one, man. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This could honestly go either way, man. Shout out to Mac Jones. It really goes to show you coaching absolutely matters in the NFL. What's your prediction?
I got one question. Is Mac Jones starting this game or no?
As far as I'm concerned, but I did hear Purdy is on his way back. I don't know the ultimate update. I'll search it up so we have, you know, all the information with us. But I'm going to assume Mac Jones will be playing.
Okay. No, I have to give tons of prop to the Niners and helping develop Mac Jones and what he was supposed to be when he was in, I think it was Alabama, when he was in college. Like, they should have picked, San Francisco should have picked him up over Trey Lance. That's just my opinion. Mac Jones has been playing lights out, and he's just is proving everyone wrong right now. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be great, but he's doing his job. He's doing a good job trying to fill in that void. when Brock Purdy is out. But I like the Buccaneers in this game. I like what Baker is cooking, man. I'm happy for Baker when he went to Tampa. I'm so happy what he is doing, what he is accomplishing in Tampa right now. So, and Bucky Irving, man, oh my God, that guy is just a beast at running back. So give me the Buccaneers. I'm going to go with another overtime. I got 38-35. I think it's going to be a high scoring affair, boys.
Yeah, I agree. This is going to be one of those really good games. The Bucks defense is here and there. I mean, granted, the Bucks, they're 4-1 and they have injuries everywhere. They have injuries on the secondary. They have injuries on the line. They got players playing in positions they probably shouldn't. And Baker is still going off. They are one of the better offenses in the league. Don't forget, Mike Evans got hurt. We don't know when he's going to be back. Chris Godwin just came back, so it's going to be a little bit of time till he gets going. But shout out to Emeka Egbuka, man. You know, I remember it was the beginning stages of the offseason, you know, late January, early February. A lot of Steelers fans were clamoring, go get Egbuka, go get Egbuka, and I was one of them. But to see what he's doing, he is far and away winning Offensive Rookie of the Year already, in my opinion, over than anyone else. And if he keeps this up, one, that's going to help me in fantasy. Two, he's absolutely just being one of the better rookies, or dare I say, wide receivers in the league right now. Yeah, I think the Bucks win this, and I do have an update on Brock Purdy. According to Ian Rappaport, as of October 3rd, he is week to week, so it seems like Mac Jones will get at least one more start, which could be this game. So with that being said, I think Mac and them could keep it close. I don't know if they'll be able to get Jennings back. If they do, that's going to be a big add, but even still, Tampa Bay at Tampa, they're 4-1. I think they got all the momentum right now, even with the injuries. Once they get healthier, Tampa Bay could very well be a huge, heavy favorite for what I think is an open NFC. So give me Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, like, Tampa Bay is a fun football team to watch, you know, led by Baker and his leadership and his confidence and charisma, man. I mean, Baker is just a very likable guy and a very likable player, and he backs it up on that football field. I mean, I think all their wins, they're 4-1, you said. I think all their wins have been of one-score affairs, and Baker has helped big time in those comebacks and those game-winning drives and whatnot. Baker is a dog, and he is a stellar quarterback. He's playing very good football, slinging that ball to Egbuka, to his targets, K-Dot, and the other targets he's got, Sterling Shepard. Irvin's a good back, though I think he's injured. I think he was seen in a walking boot. I don't know if he'll be back for this game, but Tampa Bay still got guys on the offense that can step up and do their assignments. Defense is a bit iffy, but again, like you said, injuries, you know, once they get some guys back, that defense could really be something. But Mac Jones for the 49ers, since he stepped in, he's actually been playing pretty solid football. Like, as a backup, he's doing his job. He's doing his assignment. He's not making boneheaded decisions, not turning over the ball. He's helping San Francisco get W's for when Brock Purdy comes back. That's a backup's job. And he acknowledges that, and he's doing that job so far. And he's going to, most likely, he's going to have to do that again in this game versus Tampa Bay. And San Francisco themselves are dealing with injuries, like, everywhere. And they're still playing very good football.
Yeah, and these are two teams that are, one, suffering with injuries. And you wouldn't think that with everything that they're suffering through already, that either of them would be 4-1. But I think that says a lot about coaching, and definitely says a lot about the quarterbacks playing for them right now. So
yeah, just going through adversity and whatnot, you know, like, these guys are stepping up and just doing what they need to do. So props to all of them, really, with what they're going through. But
I can't wait to watch this one, man.
This game's going to be fun. It's going to be an enjoyable watch. But if I had to pick a team to get the victory here, I think I'm going to go with the home team, and that's Tampa Bay. I think they just have the best momentum at the moment. I think they're going to continue to ride that, especially with Baker, if he keeps that confidence level and he keeps that charisma going and his play to the level that it is right now. I think Tampa Bay, man, I think they're capable of beating any football team at that. That's just how good of a quarterback that Baker is looking right now. The football team that Tampa Bay is and how well coached they are at the same time with Todd Bowles. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to get the victory, but this should be a very fun game.
And so should the next one. Sunday Night Football, primetime action. We got the Detroit Lions heading all the way to Arrowhead Stadium to face the Kansas City Chiefs that are 2-3 right now. They have a losing record. Let's hope that the Lions can keep upon that. What's your prediction, man?
I'm hoping the Lions make the Chiefs go 2-4, and that's what I have here. I like the Lions here. I like what they're. David Montgomery, Jamar Gibbs, the running back duo, Sonic and Knuckles. Oh my god, I can watch those two play all day if I want to. Those two are like the best running back duos in the National Football League right now. And Jared Goff, he's just playing good football at the moment. And that Lions defense with Aiden Hutchinson leading the way. I mean, I think this is going to be a close matchup, but I just have a feeling the Lions are just a better team than the Chiefs. And I'm going to make my statement on that. So I got the Lions winning this game 21-20 in this one.
Yeah, man. Excuse my profanity. Fuck the Chiefs. I'm going the Lions. I don't like the Chiefs. I want to see them keep losing. I will mention that yes, they are suffering injuries again on the secondary. Are the Lions? DJ Reed is on IR and is indefinitely out. Same thing with Terry and Arnold, I believe. So they're already suffering through secondary injuries, which last year, man, they couldn't catch a break on the defensive side of the football with all the injuries. But Rocky Sin's a good fill-in. I think they got, some good depth to definitely bring in, and that'll fill in just fine. I think another one is Amik Robertson. He's a good slot guy that's going to fill in nicely. So, and like you said, Hutchinson's back. He's healthy. You've seen what his impact is. Derek Barnes is a good linebacker with Campbell opposite. Give me the Lions, man. Sonic and Knuckles, like you mentioned, bro, one of the better, definitely without a shadow of a doubt, the best running back tandem in the league. The only thing they're missing is, of course, that championship, and I think that could solidify them as the best running back duo of all time because they are, I think, tied with the most games that each of them scored a touchdown with 14. I would love to see them break the record this upcoming Sunday night versus the Chiefs, man. Give me the Lions.
And I think it's very capable. Detroit, they have new OCs, new DC, right? They have two new different coordinators, but they're still a strong football team. And that's because of the talent that they got and Dan Campbell leading the charge. You can never bet against Detroit, even going against a team like Kansas City that isn't as strong as they used to be, like I said earlier. But, I mean, with Pat Mahomes, you can't really bet against them. But the Chiefs aren't looking that great. They are 2-3. They don't have any great, how do I put this? They don't really have any star players on that offense. They just know how to sling the ball and spread the ball about, but they're not really clicking consistently on that offense, I would say. And that defense is strong, but it's definitely not been holding its own like I'm sure a lot had envisioned. The Chiefs just aren't a strong football team. And plus, Monday Night Football, they had a plethora of penalties that just really hurt them in that Jaguars game. So they got to clean that up if they want to have a shot versus Detroit. But Detroit's a strong football team. This is prime time. This should be a fun game. And it's in Arrowhead, but I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Lions here to get the victory. I don't expect Kansas City to just lay down and take it. This is going to be a competitive game here, but Detroit's going to want this victory. They're going to want to try to get this victory right here. And I would love nothing more than Kansas City to go 2-4.
We are all honorary Lions fans come Sunday night, man. Monday Night Football, we got another double-headed matchup here, which I think they should do more of. I think it's just more entertaining. We got Buffalo at Atlanta. We got the Bills versus the Falcons, man. What's your prediction here?
Josh, sorry, I can't speak right now. Josh Allen's gonna have a redemption game this time around. The Bills are going to take that crappy loss to the Patriots out of their mouth. They're gonna spit it out and they're gonna beat the crap out of the Falcons. Now, I'm not saying the Bills are gonna blow out the Falcons. I like Michael Penix Jr. I like Bijan Robinson. In that Atlanta's offense. I just don't trust the defense in Atlanta against this Bills offense, especially when Josh Allen, a former MVP, he might win MVP again this year. I don't know. We'll see. But I got the Bills winning this one 31 to, we'll say 16 in this game.
Yeah, the Falcons are interesting. I think they're 2-2. Yeah, that defense is a little sus. Like 1 week they'll be shut out by the Panthers 30-0, and then they'll put up 34 and beat the Commanders, right? Although I think Mariota was starting that game. So it's one of those games where the Falcons are really gonna have to step up offensively. Bijan is definitely a great back. He's their leading rusher and actually their leading receiver at the same time. So Bijan for the win. But yeah, give me Buffalo. Buffalo are coming off a loss. I don't see Buffalo losing 2 straight, especially on the road. Give me Buffalo in this one. I think they have a bounce back win.
No, and I don't want to take anything away from Atlanta because like they're another team that has talent, they have potential. Penix in his second year as the quarterback for the Falcons. You know, there's something there with Atlanta. They just, you know, with their head coach and whatnot, they got to put it all together. They got to figure out, you know, what their identity is and just go out there and play some consistent football. But going up against the Bills, or hosting the Bills, I should say, that's not going to be an easy task. And the Bills losing to a division rival like the Patriots, they're going to want to try to get a bounce back victory, get back on the win column on the road in prime time at that Monday night. Give me the Bills right here.
And to close out week 6, guys, the second game for Monday Night Football, probably the more anticipated one. We got Heisman versus Heisman. We got Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels. We got the Chicago Bears heading all the way to Washington to face the Commanders. This should be very good. Very potential to be a shootout. What's your prediction?
The rematch from last year's. The craziest Hail Mary I've ever seen from Jane Daniels. The first overall pick in Caleb Williams versus the second overall pick in Jane Daniels. Both quarterbacks are really good. Ben Johnson really helped Caleb Williams be a better quarterback right now than he was last year. And Jane Daniels coming back from an injury last year, he never missed a step when he came back from injury. Now, granted, they do not have Terry McLaurin yet. I don't know when he's supposed to come back, but I can see this being a shootout. And I'm gonna go with the Commanders here. I think Jane Daniels gonna beat Caleb Williams again. I'm gonna say 45-42 in this one.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting, man. I'm looking very forward to this. This is a great way to close out week 6. Shout out to Bill, by the way, the rookie running back, JCM. He had a hell of a game. He's going to have to step up for sure in this one. Both defenses are kind of sus. They're capable of making plays and creating turnovers, but I think with these two high-powered quarterbacks, we're going to get a treat for sure. Give me the Commanders. I think with Jaden Daniels, that just takes them to another level. With the Bears are having a solid start with Ben Johnson and everything. Roman Dunze's having a great second year. Caleb's really getting things going right. He's starting to get comfortable. But something about the Commanders just speaks more dominant to me. Maybe it's more of the veteranship. Maybe it's the emergence of Debo stepping up at wide receiver with Terry out. The emergence of Bill at running back. I like the Commanders more so in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears can pull it off here. But yeah, this is going to be a great rematch from last year, and I think this could be. It's not going to have the finish, but in terms of the offensive matchups, it could be more of a dominant showing than what we got last year. So give me the Commanders. This should be a great one.
Yeah, it's two quarterbacks that are ideally the future for both franchises, going at it once again for a second time in their career. Fun conference matchup right here. The Bears and the Commanders, two young teams that are really trying to build something, especially the Bears with Ben Johnson. It appears week by week, his vision is really starting to flow into the players, onto the field and whatnot, and they're really starting to click. The Commanders, I still view them as a very strong and convincing NFC team. Despite the injuries that they sustained, I feel like they have a lot of talent. Dan Quinn's a very good head coach for the Commanders right now. This game could really go either way. This game is going to be very exciting in my opinion. But if I had to pick a winner, I think I'm going to go with the home team in Washington, though I can see the Bears keeping it very close and very competitive. But I think Commanders can escape with the W.
Yeah, this could be one of those games where it all really matters. Which defense can make the first play or the first turnover, right? It should be very entertaining. But huge shout out to Brendan H2L Vanos for joining us for week 6 of the NFL Picks. Always great to have him on for another year, joining us for the picks, man. We appreciate your time and your predictions, man. Is there anything else you want to say before we get on out of here?
Thank you guys so much for having me on here. I know last year I didn't get a chance to do it because I think I was late trying to put my entry in from last year's weekly picks. But I was excited to be back on here to do it again with you guys. You guys have always been the best YouTubers on the Steelers network, covering what they do during the off season, in the season, everything like that. And I just want to say thank you so much to be one of the greatest YouTubers out there covering the Steelers and everything like that. And hopefully the Steelers can pick up the win against the Browns, and if not, I think we need to have a talk on firing the coaching staff and maybe Mike Tomlin. But hopefully to get the win. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I hope they get the win too, man. But yeah, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your prediction. We definitely appreciate those kind of words coming from you, man. Thank you so much. We always greatly appreciate your support and always you coming on for another year of the picks, man. But let us know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Give us your guys' week 6 predictions. Again, huge thank you, huge shout out to Brendan. And see you in the next one. Here we go, Steelers. Brendan, feel free to join us.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!
Peace.